This is Robert St. John in the NBC newsroom in New York. Ladies and gentlemen, we may be approaching a fateful hour. All night long, bulletins have been pouring in from Berlin claiming that D-Day is here, claiming that the invasion of Western Europe has begun.
Just 2 hours ago, Allied air forces began an attack on military targets in Iraq and Kuwait.
The outskirts of the village of Kamni with elements of the 1st Battalion, 9th Marines. And we were walking into this village when you could hear what happened.
Profits in the Crossfire, the Economics of War, a tragic and destructive event that has shaped the course of history. Behind the scenes of bloodshed and conflict, there lies a web of economic interests that often benefit certain countries and companies.
Join us as we delve into the realm of war economics, exploring how trillions are made amidst the chaos and devastation.
In times of war, governments allocate massive budgets towards defense expenditures. This influx of funds creates a lucrative market for arms manufacturers and suppliers.
World War II serves as a prime example. Companies like Krupp in Germany, Vickers Armstrong in the UK, and Ford Motor Company in the US saw unprecedented profits by producing tanks, aircraft, and weapons.
No wonder why the US defense budget skyrocketed from $1.9 billion in 1939 to $84 billion in 1945. The scale of war demands vast quantities of resources. Controlling vital resources becomes a motive for conflict itself.
Take the Gulf War in 1990, the liberation of Kuwait, with its vast oil reserves, attracted the interests of nations and corporations alike. The military operations and subsequent reconstruction efforts presented a goldmine for companies involved in oil extraction, infrastructure, and logistics. The estimated cost of the war, including the economic impact on various countries, was approximately $650 billion.
Alongside conventional warfare, a parallel market emerges, driven by war profiteers seeking to exploit the chaos.
During the Vietnam War, various individuals and entities engaged in illicit activities to profit from the conflict. The black market thrived, with smuggling of drugs, weapons, and other contraband. These war profiteers found ways to evade regulations and maximize their gains. The estimated value of the global illegal arms trade during that period was around $400 million.
It's not just companies and individuals that benefit. Banks and financial institutions capitalize on war through increased lending and investments related to defense contracts. World War I and II stimulated the global economy, with banks financing the war efforts of nations. In World War II, U.S. defense bonds worth $185 billion were sold to the public. Private military contractors, or mercenaries, play a significant role in modern warfare.
In recent conflicts, such as the Iraq and Afghanistan wars, private military contractors like Blackwater, now Academy, provided a range of services, from security and logistics to training and consulting. These companies profited immensely from the wars, often with controversial consequences. The U.S. spending on contracted services in Iraq and Afghanistan reached approximately $385 billion.
While some actors gain wealth and power through war, it is crucial to recognize the human cost and the broader impact on societies. War exacts a heavy toll, with countless lives lost, communities torn apart, and economies shattered. The profits made by a few pale in comparison to the immense suffering endured by the many. Understanding the economics of war compels us to reflect on the choices we make as societies.
Can we channel our resources towards peace and development, rather than perpetuating the cycle of destruction? As we reflect on the aftermath of war, let us strive for a world where the profits of peace far outweigh the gains of conflict.